Hi tribe, and welcome to this new pro tips video episode in which I will talk about two ways of carrying our blade in a concealed way, the appendix position and the lateral position. I will identify and share with you the weak points and the strong points of these methods, and I want from the beginning to underline that is not existing a universal, a general, perfect way of carrying the blade. This is depending a lot of what activities you are doing, what dress code you are having, what is your body shape, and many other factors. Probably you know that I am a fan of the appendix position concealed carry method. But this doesn't mean that I am not carrying my blade also in other positions, in different situations. As I said earlier, carrying your blade is depending on many factors, choosing in which type of concealed carry method you want to have your blade. So today I will choose the appendix position concealed carry method and the lateral, and I will try to make you understand what are the weak points and the strong points of these positions. And you will see that in the system that I am teaching, in tactical combat system, even if you choose to carry your blade on the lateral side, and even if, in my opinion, the lateral side will have more weak points than the appendix position concealed carry method, still you will not change many things to your deployment. So I want to make you understand that the way in which we deploy our blade from the appendix position can be applied also to the lateral concealed carry position. I will try now to make you understand why, in my opinion, the appendix position concealed carry method is the most efficient. And the most important when I am thinking at the way of carrying my weapon is to be able to access it fast using the both hands. So if I am right-handed and I'm injured now to my left hand, to be able to deploy that weapon using only one hand. The same if I'm injured to my right-handed and I have the left hand, to be able to deploy that weapon using one hand. That is one of the most hardest scenarios, difficult scenarios, and this element is very important. The same it's applying also to other weapons or other items. When we talk about the tourniquet, I need to put my tourniquet in a position on my body that can be accessed using one or the other hands. So if I am having now the knife in the appendix position, it's normally that being able to deploy it with two hands, it will not be difficult. Two hands, so simple. Everyone can do it using two hands, and even if you will see we move the blade also in the lateral position, the two hands deployment, it will not be so difficult. Difficult it will be when we test this type of positions using only one hand. So we know that for deploying our blade from the appendix position using only one hand, we have a particular technique that I am teaching in tactical combat system. And for the ones that they don't know, please visit the training section on the platform. You have there many videos showing these deployments. You have also in the digital library many materials like the basic or mastering the basic techniques, or the neophyte video course in which you will see from the beginning every step that you must know so you can implement this type of deployments in your training. So if I use only one hand, very easy. If I am in the appendix position, I am catching the shirt diagonal, stretching on the body until I am arriving near the knife, taking the knife outside. This is the first type of technique. The second is stretching my cloth, my shirt, until I arrive near the knife. Then I pass the shirt between my body and the knife, and I take the knife outside. Again, I remind you, the most important thing is that we liberate, we make free this space at the knife. There are many types of appendix position deployments, many instructors that they are showing this. What is making TCS or Tactical Combat System different is the way in which we are doing this. So going with the hand, yeah, in the lateral, stretching and liberating this space here. If I need to use only one hand and I'm taking from here the cloth and I want to take my knife, the blade fast, it's possible that the t-shirt is covering my knife back if it's elastic, or it's possible that when I take it, I'm taking together, grabbing also the shirt. So I need to liberate that space so nothing is remaining there. So the majority of you that they are following my materials, that they are my students, you know already this type of procedures. This is a very important thing. So making it with two hands, even if I'm changing to left hand, it's not complicated. It's very easy from this position. Even if I want to do it faster, it's not complicated to make it from here, yeah? We liberate, we take from the diagonal, stretching, arriving near the knife, taking the blade outside. I am not talking now about the other things in this moment, because I will talk when we are at the lateral deployment and what is similar to the deployments. You remember, after I'm stretching and I'm taking the blade outside, immediately the blade is twisting with the tip towards the target. I am not talking about the deployment, but I'm making a parallel between the appendix position concealed carry method and the lateral one. So we understand this is a strong element when we talk about appendix position concealed carry method, because I can access it with one hand. If somebody is grabbing my hand, I have retention on this hand, I can use the other hand to deploy my blade and to strike. The same for here, I am fighting, I can deploy it with one hand. If I am injured and I cannot use this, very simple, I can deploy that blade. The same here, I cannot use it, very easy, I can deploy it. The same idea is coming also when I need to protect maybe this hand, I need to protect somebody, I have my child, I put it back and I need to keep it there, and one hand is deploying my blade. It's a very important element. So this is a very strong point for the appendix position concealed carry method. Okay guys, I was moving my blade on the lateral concealed carry, yeah? Now, never this position will be more faster than in front. Why? Especially when I'm talking here about one hand deployment. So let's analyze a little bit. If it was in front, very easy, I can access it with one hand, yeah? More slower of course than to deploy with two hands, but still it's faster than other positions. Here, if I need to access it with one hand, I need to use the same concept. So nothing it will change, guys. The same process of catching the shirt, yeah? Let's say I have it here and I cannot use the left hand and I must use only one hand, then my hand must come and it's not going anymore in this diagonal because it doesn't have logic. I need this space to be free, so I will come near my leg, catching very good, and stretch the cloth until it's liberating the space, and also my hand it's arriving near the knife. Then remember the idea also when I was talking about the normal appendix position deployment with one hand. Remember, you have like a yeah, with thumb up, that you twist it down, you catch the cloth and you stretch the t-shirt. The same here, I have a I'm going catching the shirt and now I'm stretching on my body until I am arriving near the knife. This thumb finger, what it's doing is that it's already entering between the handle of the knife and my body. So now I only take the blade outside. Basically, nothing is changing, it's the same concept. Catching, very good, stretching. I need to stretch how it was in the appendix position until I arrive with the hand near the knife. Here is the same, catching, stretching, and I am arriving near the knife, taking the blade outside. This is with the right hand, not very hard. Now it's a little bit more complicated because I must go with the left-handed hand to take it there. Now if I am taking from here and I want to make only this, and now I go with on the knife, you imagine what is happening. The same like you see here, the cloth, especially if it's a little bit more elastic or more heavy, will cover the knife immediately. So what I need, this is the reason why it's very important how it's your body constitution, how it's your shape. Yeah, if you are very big, very fat, it's very hard to reach, to have the mobility and to reach with the hand around to make this. I'm catching the shirt, stretching exactly near, taking my blade outside. Guys, this is a very complicated type of movement. Yeah, it's seeming maybe simple here because I don't have stress factors, nothing here to put pressure on me. But in reality, it will be a complex movement. Why I need to go exactly here? Because one, the knife is in this position. Second, I have an obstacle that is covering my knife. So if I'm taking from here and now I want to go, very possible, depending on the clothes that you have, that is covering back your knife. So I need to go very close, stretch until I arrive near the knife, take the knife outside. It will be more slower than making it in the appendix position, but it's a variant. When I, for example, need to carry like this, I was telling you also in the past, if for example I am dressed, I have a suit, yeah, with shirt and a suit, I cannot, that is open maybe, yeah, I'm working in close protection or something else, and I need, because I have also the fire weapon or something else. Again, if you are having here a little bit of changes, if you have a fire weapon, automatically, and I have a lateral concealed carry because I am in a suit, I will not carry in the appendix position because it will be seen, yeah, my fire weapon in the appendix position, the same blade, then it will be in the lateral position. So automatically it will be the place of a fire weapon if I am strong-handed on the right side. Yeah, if I am on the left side, of course my primary weapon, in this case a fire weapon, it will stay on that part. The idea is that if I have a suit, whatever weapon I have here, now we talk about a knife, in the appendix position I cannot carry because it will be visible. So it will be a position for the knife. Yeah. Now it will be a little bit more easy because if I have the suit open, I can enter directly under and extract that blade. But in this situation, I have a full shirt that is covering the blade, so I must liberate that. I must go near the knife, stretch until I arrive. It's the same, look, the position, and now I'm taking the blade outside. More slower, but still possible to do it. Now, in this video, I only want to make a parallel between the two ways of carrying to understand why it's superior, the appendix position concealed carry, but also how to be able to implement the lateral concealed carry when the situation is not permitting you to carry in the appendix position. So again, if I have the strong-handed and my left-handed is injured and I have the knife on the lateral side, very easy coming near the body, taking the clothes, stretching until I am arriving near the knife, I am taking it out. Again, catching, I can catch from here. Yes, if it's a very large shirt, I recommend to go exactly to respect the same thing, to go in diagonal and take the knife outside. I'm catching from here, stretching, I am arriving. When I make this stretch, is the idea that all the space again is free. So I'm only taking the blade outside, ready to use it. When I am using the left hand now, I need to be as close to my knife, not here. Imagine if I'm making here, look, it's neither elaborating all the space. I need to be very in lateral, so I'm stretching this space, it's liberating, and now I can take my blade outside. This again, guys, we talk about training, we talk about drilling, making these drills continuously until it's becoming something natural. Now, I am again promoting the appendix position concealed carry because for me, I can carry it also in this way, also in my daily activities, but still, I tell you, don't fix yourself don't have only one way, because it can happen that you need to carry your weapon in other position, so you need to have some knowledge also how to deploy it from that area. Now guys, let's see from the appendix position concealed carry method using the both hands. So if I'm using the both hands, means one is catching, stretching, liberating the space, the other is taking the knife outside, twisting immediately the tip towards the target, the other hand is taking the triangle, coming in a position of fighting. Yeah, very easy, very fast to deploy your weapon. Yeah, it doesn't compare with the other positions. Very fast I can make that movement. Now, not only that this is a fast movement, but also, as I say earlier, can be accessed also using one hand. Now, if I am twisting, if I am replacing on the lateral now, only to understand, nothing it will change, neither when I perform it with two hands. So when I was having an appendix position, the weak hand was going here, catching, stretching, and the other was taking the blade outside. Here, it will make the same thing. One is going, but I need more now. Why more? Again, if I'm coming and taking my shirt from here, it's still the blade covered from the shirt. So I need to go as much as I can, and now the movement is not only stretching, it's also a little bit more upper movement. So here, stretching, but trying to come with the hand a little bit more up. Still closing all the lateral side, so now the knife is open, I'm taking it out, and immediately when I'm taking, I'm making the same thing. What? Pointing. If you remember the last video that I was making, how to deploy faster, I'm not taking 1, 2, but already from here, it's exactly like the gun. Immediately how I'm exiting from the holster, I am pushing towards my target. So 1, catching, and now I'm taking it out, but also pushing with force towards the target. Nothing is changing. The technique is remaining, the method is the same. Your brain must not learn other method. It's the same movements, are the same movements. So weak hand, only that now I'm going more near my knife, stretching, liberating, taking the blade outside. If I was having it in the appendix position here, the same. Stretching, taking the blade outside. With the one hand you were seeing earlier is the same concept. I'm stretching, coming near the blade, taking that outside. So understand what is making a system more efficient than other things that you see around is the ability of using the same methods for different situations, for different weapons, for different scenarios. Doesn't matter that I have it on the lateral or I have it in front, the movement is the same. Nothing is changing. I am going with the hand, catching very good, liberating, stretching, taking my blade outside. Now, is this fast? If you are training, it will be very fast, but it will never beat this from the appendix position, yeah? In my opinion, for me, yeah? But now you understand that I'm not trying to make you choose the appendix position and tell you that is not existing the possibility of carrying in other way. This is wrong. You must choose your way of carrying, as I said at the beginning, based on many elements. I cannot tell you carry in the appendix position if you are dressed at the suit and you have all the time the jacket open. Yeah, everyone will see that you carry a knife. So this it will be more suitable. But the idea is to understand that the techniques that we use for one deployment can be adapted the same. Nothing is changing if you respect the elements to other position. Nothing is changing in which sense? I am not making again how soft hand, meaning that I want to take it fast only with some fingers and I make it that. I will lose that t-shirt under stress and pressure. I must have a good grip on the shirt. I must liberate that space. The other hand is coming with the thumb finger and immediately I'm taking it out, twisting towards the target. I am already ready to use it. Again, the other hand, if I can use the both, closing the axillary artery left side, raising a little bit from the shoulder, the other on the neck, and I'm ready to use my knife. One hand coming, stretching, taking the blade outside. The same if it was in the middle, stretching, taking the blade outside from the appendix position. Here is the same. 1, 2, take it outside. Stretch, take my blade outside. Left hand, now it's a little bit complicated again. This is the reason why physical fitness is also important. Your body shape, if you are fit and so on, if you can make different type of movements, because here you need to twist a little bit the body to liberate, to take that blade. If you are fat, if you cannot have mobility on the upper body, it's more complicated. But this is applying not only to the lateral carry. Imagine that if you are having a big belly and you are fat and you want to carry in the appendix position, it would be very complicated to carry in that. Uncomfortable and very, very hard to take your blade from there. And then that is applying also for fire weapons and so on. Now, like another tip, I don't have in this particular moment to show you, but I will tell you in such a way that you understand. There are some particular clauses designed in such a way that they can help you deploy faster from this lateral position. Now, if you know that you must carry in that particular position, lateral position, and you were training the majority of time using the appendix position, and you need to implement something that will reduce the time of deployment, this is one of the tips. So basically you will find, I will show on this jacket only like an idea to make you yourself an idea. You will find, for example, jackets or hoodies from, I don't know, these soft-shelled type of jackets or something else that on the lateral here will have zippers. One here, one here. It's helping, so you are raising it up, it's creating some ventilation between the jacket and your body. That it's one, and others are having, I don't know, these metal clicks. Yeah, I don't know the word in English, sorry for this. So basically when you make to it like this, it's opening, has 3-4 these metal ones that they are opening, or with zipper. So when I know that I'm carrying in this position, I can, if I have that based on the idea of these metal clicks, when I will catch from that position and I will make this movement, immediately it will break that, it will remain, it will separate, so the space here, it will be open to take my blade outside. The same with the zipper. Now, very important, this you must practice with that particular cloth. If you have that particular jacket or clothing and you think that it will function, you try one time easy, and then if you try 8 more times, it's not going, it's stacking or something else, don't use it, of course. That is something that you must test, but only like an idea. There are different ways in which you can be more faster in deploying your weapon if you follow this type of tactics. The same for the appendix position. I'm searching now, when I will find more of this type of clothing, I will make a blog post and showing to you. I will show you, and also I will put some link where you can buy this type of clothes. The idea is that I am looking for hoodies or jackets that the last part of it, like here, the border, it is it's more hard, it's more heavy, and it's creating like a better, I don't know, the material is better to grab, yeah? Imagine if I'm taking this now and I'm twisting it 3 times inside, and now let's say that it was the border. Now this, it will not be so soft on the body, and also it will permit to be better to grab it from there. Another idea is that you, at some clothes, okay, it's more complicated, you need somebody that knows, you can make down, yeah, you have, let's say, a hoodie or something else, you can put like a leather piece like inside of the jacket, and then somebody that knows to sew all this inside, so when you catch, it's more strong, more good, like a handle to grip, so when you take it, you have a better, faster, and a more firm grip than a soft cloth. So these are only small ideas all the time to think that in every situation you can reduce the time of deployment if you are trying to analyze all the elements that you need to perform that movement. So okay guys, I was showing you appendix position, lateral position. Appendix position, one of the weak points is, for some people, and also for me sometimes, this position can become uncomfortable when you have the wrong blade. If I have a big blade, yeah, have here on the walls many of them, but I don't know what to show you now. Let's say also this is a very good blade, but it's custom made by Bjorn Knives. I recommend his knives, very good master craftsman. This, I'm carrying it when I am using different equipment, and I can put it outside or out of my, yeah, like an open carry, I'm going in the woods or other type of activities. This, with the sheet, it will be too big to carry it every day continuously. If you drive, if you sit on the office, sitting position and so on, it will become uncomfortable, yeah? So you need a small type of blade. So neither very small, neither big, somewhere, this is depending on each of you in part, to find your comfortable spot. That is a weak point for this position. You need the right blade dimensions, otherwise it will become uncomfortable. This is exactly how, for example, you want to carry a Glock 17 as a concealed carry weapon in the appendix position. Yeah, it's very complicated. It will be very hard, it will be uncomfortable. This is the reason why a Glock 19 is better than that, because it's more suitable for a concealed carry in the appendix position. So this is one of the weak points, and in my opinion, one of the few. The other is that there are different dress codes where you cannot carry this. One I was giving you example, it's having a suit and being open to the suit, or being all the time at the office only in a shirt, like office type of dress code with some pants, the shirt put it in the pants, yeah, with the belt. Of course everyone is seeing that you carry something. Neither in the lateral position you cannot carry in that type of dress code. So there are situations in which this concealed carry method has weak points, but very few. For the lateral is that more hard to deploy with one hand, more hard also to deploy with two hands comparing with the appendix position, but still you can make it. So basically I wanted with this episode, pro tips video episode, to make you understand that in the system that I'm teaching, nothing will change. The same procedure we are making also on the lateral. Yeah, between the appendix position and the lateral one, the technique is remaining the same. This you need to understand. Thank you very much for watching this episode. Train hard, guys.